This video is going to tell you how to create a chatbot using Dialogflow. Dialogflow is a Google product, and we will see how to create a chatbot using this Dialogflow. It's very easy. Now the link is given here. We have to copy and paste this link on our browser, and the Dialogflow opens for us. It is going to ask you to log in with a Google ID. You can use any Google account that you have and you can log into the Dialogflow account. It is going to show you a console window where you will be able to create different chatbots as per your choice. This is the window which opens here. On the left hand side, we can click on this arrow. That is the first step, and click on create new agent. We have to give the agent name. Agent name is the name of our chatbot which we want to create. I'm going to create a cake shop chatbot, and the name of my chatbot is Polka Cakes Bot. So there should be no space in between. You may give a hyphen or an underscore as per your wish. Click on create. You can create chatbots related to a burger shop, related to a pizza shop, for your school, for any scholarship program or any library. That's up to you. So today we will create a Polka Cakes bot where I'm going to show you the different intents and entities. Okay, as soon as we create our bot, the name comes on the left hand side, and below it we can see many other options available. We go to intents, and intent is the first thing that we create. Intent refers to the questions that the user may ask about the bot, related to what the bot is selling or is giving any information about. So we see these are the two default intents which already are there in Dialogflow. Default welcome intent. We go here, we click, and it already has some recorded training phrases. Now, what is the meaning of training phrases? It refers to what the user is going to ask the bot. So all this is already present here. It's the default one. We may add our expressions like, hi. We may add good morning. Hello, how are you? All these are different ways the user may ask the bot. So we come down and we want the response. Now this response is the one which the bot is going to give to the user. There already are some default responses. We can delete all these because we want to add our own response. So here I'm going to click on this trash can next to it. So I'm going to delete all these and add my own response. And my response will be, hi, I am Polka Cakes Bot. And I'm going to add one more response, add response. And here I will type, what is your name? Because we want to take the user's name here. So these are the two responses which I have added, and click on save. Remember to always click on save, otherwise your intents will not be saved and they will not work as per your wish. So you should click on the save button. Now here I want to try it. If you see on the right hand side of the console, we click here and we can try it. So if the user says hi, the response would be, hi, I am Polka Cakes Bot. What is your name? So now we have to make one intent where it is going to take the name of the user. So let's go back to intents here. We see there is one more default intent called the default fallback intent. Now, default fallback intent uh, is the one which gets triggered when none of the questions that we have, none of the training phrases that we have added in our bot is matching what the user says. So what should be said in that case is the one which is here. So it falls back to this place and these responses are displayed. So for example, if right now I have only created one intent, we have only taken the welcome intent. So here if I write, I want to order a cake, which we have not handled. So it's going to give me the answer as sorry, what was that? It is one of these responses which it is telling me. So if I here says, if the user says cake, again, we have not written any that. So this is the default response that the bot will display. So let these be here. They are the default ones of the fallback intent. We are not going to touch them. Or if you want to add any other, according to you, you want to customize, you can very well do that. So let's go back to intents. Now I'm going to create a new intent and I'm going to catch the name of the user. So I say create intent and now I want the name. So here I give the name as name. So what could the user say when we ask, when anyone asks the name, the user could say, I am called Kumar. So you see automatically this Kumar is highlighted and this is a default entity which is already there. This is the system entity. So it has automatically taken it like this. So people can say their names in different ways. My name is Sumit Sharma. So it takes Sumit Sharma and automatically it has taken it as a system entity. So as someone can say, please call me Shankar. So again, it is taken. I am Raghav. So what you have to do here is in the training phrases, you have to add different expressions in which the people are going to tell their names. And it is automatically going to catch it like this. Now we come down here, we go to the response section. Here we will write what is the response of the bot when the user gives his name. So we want to say hi, then we write $person. Now, what is $person? In $person is a variable where it stores the name of the person. If he's written, I'm Raghav, Raghav is stored in $person. Similarly, Shankar is stored and all these things are stored here. So, hi $person. How can I help you? So this is the response which I want to be displayed. I click on save. And now let's try it again. I say hi and it gives me the response. What's your name? So I say, I am Raji. And it says, hi Raji, how can I help you? So you see the name has been caught here. Now, when you define this intent, it's not necessary that you type all the names of the people who are going to test this. No, you can only write 4 to 5 names so that it gets a hang of how the user is going to respond, and that's it. So I've not written Raji here. I've tried it out here and it is very well taking it up. So this is how we make this name intent. Now let's make an intent called a location. Remember to save it always, everyone. So we go to intents again. And now I say I want to create a new intent. I want to give the name as location. Location means from the bot, the user might ask where the cake shop is located. So that is the reason we are making this intent. Okay, now the user could ask address, where is your shop located, or simply location. Please tell address of your shop. These could be the different types of questions that the user can pose. What should be the answer? We have to come here and we have to give the location of our shop. Maybe shop number 214 Ansal Plaza, Sector 12, Dwarka. So this is how I want it to be responding. So I write it here, I click on save. Now we can test the bot. It is being trained. So now we test the bot. So if the user asks location and I press enter, it gives me the response as shop number 214 that we have written here. So this is what we want. Yeah. Now we go to intents again, and I want to create an intent called home delivery. That is what many people will be asking about. Do you deliver at home? So going to give it a name, delivery, and I click on save. The training phrases which I'm going to add are, do you deliver at home? Someone could be asking home delivery. So these are the different questions the user may ask. Deliver at my place. So we have to imagine what the user can ask, and those are the phrases that we type here. Can you send to my house? Something like this. So we come down and the response is your custom response. Here I can write, we deliver at home from 12 noon to 3 p.m. maybe. So save. Now let's test it again. Let's do it from the start. Hello. So it tells me, I'm Polka Cakesbot. What's your name? I am Suman. Hi Suman, how can I help you? So I say, where are you located? Okay, location. So it gives me the address. Now I want to ask it whether you deliver at home. We deliver at home. So it is working till now. So whatever we have written till now, we have made the intents, it is working perfectly fine. So I have told you how to create the agent, how are the different intents created, what are the default intents that we have already, and how to customize them according to our requirement. Now I'm going to tell you how to integrate it along your bot onto the web. So we go down here, there is an integrations option, and here scroll down, there is an option called web demo. We click on this and we enable it. You have to click on enable, only then our bot can be embedded in websites and be used anywhere. So this is the code which you can copy onto your website if you want your chat to be available there. Another way of doing it is copy this link, Control C, paste it in another browser here, press enter, and your bot is available here. So this is my bot. So here I can ask the same question which I was asking. So you can give to your friends to check it out, or any customers that you want this to be delivered to, you can give it to them for checking out. So I've written hello, and now it is asking me, what is your name? So I say, I am Raji. Yeah, how can I help you? So I say, what's your location? Yeah, so do you deliver at home? Yes, we deliver from. So it's working. Our bot is working. So this is how we integrate it with our websites, or we can give the link to anyone through WhatsApp or through any other application so that they can work on it and test it out. So this is a small thing which I have told you. In my next video, I'll be telling you how to add entities here. So practice till here. Bye-bye.